Tell me! Tell me! Tell me! Tell me! Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter?
John was completely enraged. His daughter had been playing near the car and in the next moment she disappeared. At the same time the car drove off. The owner of the vehicle was the prime suspect. John immediately called the police. Soon the authorities located the car deep in the woods. They apprehended the person inside, but no matter how much they pressed him, the man refused to say anything. With no further leads, the search continued in the woods, but investigators didn't find any signs of kidnapping. Lacking evidence, the man was released deemed not guilty. John then brought a friend to his father's old house because his friend's daughter had also gone missing that same day. They locked Jack in the house, but even then Jack wouldn't reveal where his daughter was. John sealed him inside the bathtub, a small dark space with no light. At that moment John heard the sound of cars outside. He looked out and realized it was a team of agents. John immediately realized he was being followed. Just as Loki was about to enter the bathroom, John's phone rang. It was a tip-off. A source had tracked down a suspicious man. Loki rushed out. Loki arrived at the suspect's house. The man was single and had no children, yet he had bought a lot of children's clothing. When questioned by the police, Kant refused to answer. But when they barged into his room, they were shocked. The room was filled with many boxes and they expected to find children's bodies inside. But when they opened the boxes, they only found clothes stained with blood. The two families went to the police station to identify the clothes. John's friend's child was confirmed to be one of them. Next, it was John's turn. When Loki showed him the photo, John immediately recognized it. The socks were his daughter's. In the interrogation room, Kant confessed to murdering the child. Just as Loki was wondering how to proceed with the investigation, he suddenly remembered the burglary at John's house a few days ago. He had scaled the fence to get into the backyard and observed where someone had jumped down from. Sure enough, he found adult footprints and not far from them the other sock. This indicated that the socks had been stolen by Kant, who was trying to frame someone else for the real crime. Meanwhile, John learned that his daughter was being held in a maze. He went to his niece's house to ask about the maze, but she refused to tell him anything. Disappointed, he returned home. His wife told him that the friend's child had been found. According to the girl's recollection, the two girls had escaped when the kidnapper wasn't paying attention, but John's daughter had been recaptured. However, a passerby had managed to rescue her. When John asked where she had been held, the girl's answer sent chills down his spine. It was at Jack's aunt's house. John returned only to find that Jack's aunt had a gun pointed at him. His own gun was still in his bag. She then forced him to drink a bottle of black liquid, which caused unconsciousness. In order to see his daughter, John had no choice but to comply. Soon after, Loki arrived on the scene and began searching every corner of the house. He quickly discovered Jack's aunt in a room injecting something into John's daughter. Loki saved the girl just in time. He then asked her about the whistle. Afterward, Loki went back to the crime scene wondering where John had gone. Suddenly he heard John blowing the whistle that belonged to his daughter.